Hi, beautiful people. This is Farida. I talk about living a life of ease through remote work and travel. If any of these things sound like a vibe, please like, comment, and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about something that has made travel to Saudi Arabia so much more accessible, so much more easy, and actually just a mixture of worship, fun, and exploration. And it has made me look at Saudi Arabia in a totally new way. It's made that possible. So today I am talking about the Saudi Arabia e visa. So, if you're like me and you want to make your Umrah, you want to go to Mecca, you want to perform your tawaf and your sa'i and drink your zamzam, and then you want to go to Medina, you want to pray at Masjid al-Nabawi, you want to visit Quba Mosque, but after you do all that worship, you want to explore the country further, visit the cafes, you want to shop, you want to go to spas and hammams, and you want to just see more of the country and just relax and rest and just be in those very welcoming spaces, especially as a Muslim woman. You feel like you could be in that country and just blend in. No one's staring at you. You have abayas for different occasions. You have your dress up abayas. You have your low key abayas. You can go to the cafes and just enjoy the wholesome, pure life. Then I really suggest you looking into the e-visa. So the e-visa is available for a whole year. And I really love that because I want to go back. I would like to go back with my brothers. I would like to go back with traveling groups. I would like to go back with friends. And I just want to go back multiple times this year. Even if it's just for 4 or 5 days, and just be in the country as much as possible. It's so beautiful. So the e-visa allows that. So my visa does not expire until February of 2027, and I still have about 73 days left on the visa. So, yes, I want to use all the 73 days and just be there as much as possible this year. Inshallah, God willing. Also, you can stay up to 30 days per visit. So, you can really enjoy and see all of the changes they are making to Saudi Arabia. It is just so dumbfounding how different the country is since the last time I was there in 2019. It is unrecognizable. They have created so many amazing museums, cultural villages that you could go back in time and see what ancient times are like. So many cafes, so many restaurants, so many things to do. It's just so nice now. It is giving Dubai with actual wholesomeness and culture. It's giving New York, it's giving major city life, but with a wholesomeness and family friendliness that is just so safe and so reassuring. And literally, I was just out on these Saudi streets till 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and no one bothers you, no one harasses you, no one. If you drop your money on the floor, somebody will come pick it up and say, hey, you dropped your money. It is such a beautiful country. And with the visa, you can make Umrah no problems. You just have to do it outside of Hajj season, obviously. You can't go in there during Hajj season on an e visa. That doesn't even make sense. So, as long as it's outside of Hajj season, you're free to make your umrah while you're there and then use the rest of your time for exploring, shopping, going to Riyadh, which is the business center of the country, going to Jeddah, which is older and it's nice, has a lot of really cool, fun restaurants and things to do. And Mecca and Medina, just obviously, it's got the Haramain, it's got Zamzam. It also has really nice places where you could buy dates and seeds and honey and all the things that you want to prepare for Ramadan. Also, you have your restaurants, your cultural districts. I think I definitely went to at least three museums while I was there, and there were many more museums that just in Mecca, Medina alone that I had yet to explore. They have a yacht club that's so cool, so fun, and so young. They have in Uhud, they have so many nice vibey spots where you could just sit, enjoy the vibe, and shop, eat, explore the beautiful scenery, take pictures. I love that so much because I'm such a nerd and I'm such a foodie, and all I want to do is go to museums, botanical gardens, and eat food. So it was just so up my alley. I loved it. When you go to Mount Uhud, it is just so beautiful because you feel like the seerah, the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him. It really just comes to life. And if you have a really good guide, which I was blessed to have, they can walk you through the stages of the battle step by step, where the archers were, where Khalid bin Walid came through and surprised attacked the Muslims. What were the lessons in patience and perseverance and forgiveness? And I was just like in tears. It's just so beautiful to live the history, and it just gives you added appreciation for the suffering and the sacrifices that the early Muslims before had to go through. So it's just such a wonderful experience. The Hira Cultural District and Hira Museum was just so awesome. They have revitalized that area. When I went in 2019, I'm telling you, the path was different. It was very different, and it was full of random markets, like little bodegas all around the place where people were just selling their wares, and there were homeless encampments all up the mountain, all in the area. There were aggressive monkeys who would steal your food and steal your fruit and literally bully you into giving them your stuff. They were very aggressive. And now that I went back, it is so, so changed. It is night and day. The aggressive monkeys are gone. The homeless people are gone. Hopefully, the government has given them housing with the increased tourism in this area. That's my hope and prayer. And all of those little bodega shops around have been totally revitalized, removed, and now it's like a cohesive cafe, shopping area, dresses, abayas, coffee, food area with two museums. I believe there was a Sira museum and a Quran museum, and both of them were good. Really interesting how the Quran was compiled and how it was preserved for the future generation of Muslims. So that was just something that is a must stop. And if you are athletic, if you are in good shape, you can definitely go up the mountain for yourself. And it is now lighted. The pathway is lighted in the most beautiful way. And it is an hour hike to get to the top and to be able to look and see the cave of Hira. So you are definitely welcome to do that. They have revamped the whole look. It looks really pretty now. It is beyond my athletic ability at this point, but I climbed up a little bit of the way for the vibes and came back down. I also checked out the Sera Museum it was so beautiful, so dope. They incorporated AI into the museum now, and you could just see all kinds of things, models of how Medina used to look and where everyone's houses were. You could see where Omar's house was, Aisha's house was. You could see a model of Mecca and you could see a model of Medina. You could see where everybody's houses were in relation to each other. It was so cool. It was really nice. And then they had this AI room with all these different tools, weapons, armor, everyday things like pots and pans. You had a 3D futuristic model of it where you can go up and touch and find out more information. And I really love that so much because I want to see how people did things back in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How his comb looked is no way how I imagined it to look. And it just looked like the most awesome back scratcher. It was so cool. I really want one. I want that comb. It looked really cool. And you could see how his walking stick looked. And to me, it looked like a spear. I did not think it was a walking stick, but you could see where the handles were. So just things like that that you can imagine about it when you're reading the Sirah. You can imagine, but to see a replica of what it looked like, you could see firsthand, wow, this is what the tools and the bowls and the different instruments of everyday life and the armor, this is what it looked like in actuality. So I definitely recommend that you get the e-visa, you use as much of those days in a year that you can come, and inshallah, Allah invites you back as much as you want to go back and makes a financial way and a time way and a blessing way for you to do it. And as our tour guide and tour organizer Munaza says, it's really not about the money, it's not about the time. It's about setting your intention. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invites you, He will drop a trip in your lap. And we have all seen examples of that where someone doesn't have the money or someone doesn't have the time, and boom, they're on their way to make Umrah. How? Somebody gifted it, or someone dropped out, or someone thought, hey, this organization has a program where they're giving free trips and they're giving free accommodations. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make a way. And as long as you want to keep going, if it's your time, you'll be able to get there. And if it's not your time, no amount of money, No amount of availability will get you there. You will not go. So, someone told a story about a relative who tried to go the first time to Umrah and her trip was canceled. The whole thing was canceled due to some type of lack of funds. The second time she tried to make Umrah, it was canceled again due to the guy taking the money, scamming, and ironically moving to Medina with the scammed money. And then finally, several years later, she made the third time to go and she was able to go. Just amazing stories of when it's your time to go, you will go. You'll make your Umrah. But consider the e-visa because it's just so easy, so simple. One thing about the e-visa is that I don't think you can just get unlimited amounts of Zamzam water on the e-visa because I've noticed that the signs coming in when we were checking in to get back on the plane to go back to the States, they did not allow Zamzam over a certain amount. So definitely look into that. If you really want to just bring home a lot of Zamzam, then probably you need a Umrah Hajj visa. Maybe the e-visa is not for you. But if you're going to just take home a little amount, that will be fine. The planes just do not want to carry all that water in the hold. It's a lot of weight that they don't want to carry. So, other than that, go for it. Try to come back as many times during the year as you can, or at least do one trip a year that's 5, 6 weeks long because you've got that time. You've got 90 days. All right, lovelies, beautiful people. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend and hit the notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video. If this conversation resonates, I want to personally invite you to my Turkey retreat this July. This retreat is for Muslim women ready to rest, reflect, and explore what life beyond survival looks like. If you're curious about traveling slowly or testing out life abroad, I highly recommend house sitting. Check out my link for both in the description box. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Between timeless stone, the echo of the call to prayer, and the meeting of the seas, a sacred journey unfolds. Please join us for Beyond Enough, our second annual retreat, a women's retreat in Turkey designed to return you to the woman you were always meant to be.